Good morning, my friends and followers, my awesome subscribers, my army of Trevor and cultists. Thank you very much for continuing to support me on this channel. And if you haven't subscribed, why not? It's free. Yeah. I promised people I would do that again because a lot of people have been watching the videos and getting a lot of comments. Yes. And I looked through my analytics, statistics, and I looked through them. And it seems that 30% of you who watch my videos haven't even subscribed, haven't even got the decency to subscribe. You watch it, but you haven't even got the decency to hit subscribe. Anyway, it's Sunday. It's Sunday the 25th of August. And I was in bed up until about well after 9:30. There we go. I had a lovely sleep in. I think my body clock's kicked in and I'm back in the UK shit time. So there we go. Yeah, wonderful. And yesterday was a blaze, if you know what I mean. A blaze? When I say a blaze? Yesterday, the weather was shit. It was just pure raining, thunder, storms. It was just terrible. Anyway, and the grass needs cut. And I've done something stupid. I play a game on my phone called Go Monopoly. And I introduce it to my son. And he won't stop attacking me. He took £6.7 million out of my Go Monopoly bank account when I was sleeping last night. I have to now monitor him. I really should unfriend him. No, we're joking. But there we go. Yeah, and it's fun. If you haven't got it, download it. It's a bit of fun and it's free to download. So there we go. Anyway, so what's happening in the media? Well, before I go there, I am going to do this and I'm going to give a massive shout out to not only the Duchess of North Sussex, not only to Avid Gardner, but to another person, Gertie Rude. Gertie Rude, she's in my corner. And I appreciate her. There's a lot of YouTubers in my corner and who have done a lot of undercover investigating journalist type things, and they've discovered that there's a lot of nasty people out there, which we all knew. Nasty people that will walk past you and smile, but nasty people that wait till they go home and can't wait. There's too many people living on the internet and thinking it's real life. Talking about internet and real life, Cristiano Ronaldo, his new YouTube channel. I mean, it took Cristiano Ronaldo 20 minutes to gain his 100,000 subscriber plaque. It took him 11 hours to get 10 million subscribers. He's now been on well over a week and he's passing 40 million subscribers, and well done to him. And he does great work and I like to see people like him. And as I said yesterday, I think it would be a safe bet to put money on Cristiano Ronaldo becoming the biggest YouTuber in the world. I think the biggest YouTuber in the world at the minute is Mr. Beast with 312 million subscribers. And I think Cristiano Ronaldo by the end of the year will have surpassed him. I really do. But there we go. Anyway, so where are we? The media today, many of you out there would have heard of a person called Kirsty Allstop. I'm sure you have. She used to do all the decorating and the stitching and all the programs about interior design and stuff like that. Well, and I will tell this, these stories are all in the media today. I used to put the links in so you could see where I got the stories from, but I don't do that anymore because I would rather that my human reviewer on YouTube did a little bit of homework rather than me hand them things on the plate, or her. So she put out a story, her story, saying about how proud she was that her son was traveling around. He was abroad traveling around different countries and she was really proud of that. But this is what happens when you reach a certain status in life. Whenever you are from a super rich family, which she is, she's from a super rich, wealthy family, they forget that there's normal laws. Because her son that's traveling abroad, that she boasted about, is only 15. And she said, my son, yeah, he's traveling abroad with a friend at the minute. Kirsty, your son's still classed as a child. He's not even 16, he's 15. It's illegal. They need to be with an adult. So as you can probably imagine, she posted the story and the social services are now investigating her family because of that. Now, it doesn't matter if my son is 13 and he's 6 foot. Doesn't matter. They're still children. You have to look after them. You can't just think you can send your children, oh, Mum, can I go abroad? Yeah, of course you can. You need to be accompanied by an adult. You can't just send children around the world. It's not like Nazi Germany where you're sent your children across on boats to find families. These days are over. So I think the investigation is justified. I do believe that, you know, she won't get community service, but she may get a fine. Stop being stupid. I mean, don't post things online that are going to get you in trouble. There we go. Unless you're willing to own it. Okay? Anyway. And it's in the media today again about King Charles. King Charles. King Charles is furious about his brother, Andrew, and the fact that he won't leave. What have I got here? Yeah, I wrote notes. I always write little bits of notes. So he is furious about his son Andrew not wanting to leave the Royal Lodge, but he's being a dick to his brother, isn't he? Did I say son? I meant brother. Yeah. Now, I will say this, and I always will own what I say. In my opinion, I don't like our king. I don't. I think he's a dickhead. And that's my opinion, though. It's not yours. It's my opinion. It's his behaviour. I mean, if we can all see that dads are meant to sort of go, okay, yep, dads are meant to lead by example, aren't they? I mean, he had a great mother, King Charles, that put him in the right position to take over, and now he's turned into a bit of a dick. I honestly believe, and I think many of you are on the same wavelength as me, that King Charles is so pissed off with his toxic son that he's taking it out on his brother. He wants to kick him out of the Royal Lodge. Well, I don't think any YouTuber said this before, but I want to point this out. The royal family are only there because the British public keep them there. The royal family have no money if it's not for the British public taxes. The royal family don't own any property if it's not for the British public and the state that provide it for them to live in. So he can't kick out his brother. How can he kick out his brother? His brother's there under a title, right? Royal family, which the king needs permission, right? Truthfully, from Parliament, which needs to be completely saturated with requests from the public. You cannot kick out your brother from a building which is owned by the British taxpayer. It's owned by the state. Every single palace, every royal residence, taxpayers own that, okay? Taxpayers own it. So there we go, King. Stop being a dick. Because if you try and kick out your brother and you're successful, I can tell you now, it'll be the downfall of your monarchy. Because right now across the world, the public are looking at you, the world is looking at you, the fact that your weak, woke, pain in the ass son is being left alone to run riot across social media. He thinks he's an Elon Musk. In fact, you know what? He's a pound shop Elon Musk, thinking he can try and dictate freedom of speech off people and what's right and what's wrong. So there we go. If anything, I do believe that the public we're all sick to death of the way you treat people that need to be treated with respect and how you ignore people that are toxic. Sort out your daughter-in-law and your son. There we go. What else? The Royal Navy. The good old Royal Navy. Now, I think our Royal Navy is fantastic. I really do. They're great. I mean, what they can achieve is fantastic. What I don't like is how our politicians are using our Royal Navy. Right now, there's a massive rift in the United Kingdom, and it's to do with illegal immigration. It's to do with economic migrants. It's a massive rift. It's destroying the United Kingdom. The English Channel's not that big, is it? It's not. There's no reason why it can't be stopped. But instead of using our Royal Navy to protect our borders, oh, no, that would be too easy. Our Royal Navy are currently out in the Caribbean stopping drug trafficking, where they've just sieged cocaine worth up to £40 million. Now, I'm not being funny, but the Caribbean's a little bit far away from us, isn't it? But why would the Royal Navy commanders keep going there? Is it for a suntan? Is it for duty free? Is it for orders? Why would they not be using the MOD to say, I think that we have enough sailors and enough boats and ships. Yep, we can protect the English Channel. Basically, our armed forces are used for politicians' objectives overseas rather than the own interest of the United Kingdom. But the weird thing is, when you sign up an oath and allegiance to the king. Now it's to the king the heirs and successors and commanders. So why are they not using it correctly? Why are we not protecting our borders? Shocking, isn't it? It is shocking, isn't it? But there we go. Now, if our politicians wanted to fix the issue, which is causing shit throughout the whole United Kingdom, the Royal Navy, and believe it or not, here's a weird one. Most of the Royal Navy ports are down the bottom of England. Not that far to go to the coast, is it? Tingley's Channel, is it? Not that far. It's just, most of it's just turn left. Yeah, but there we go. Yeah. One day we might get someone with common sense in there, which may be able to fix things. Now, I had this chat the other day. Who was I with? I was with the guy that I met from Liverpool. And we were sitting chatting, and he clearly supports Labour. And he said, who do you support, Trev? And I went, well, I don't really support any of them. Many years ago, I voted Labour, I voted Conservative, I voted Brexit, you know, and I voted Reform there. I says, I just go where I think's best for me and my family. Yeah. I says, well, I can see that Labour's messed up. And he sat there with me and he went, yeah, I agree with you. Labour, he said, I wish I hadn't have voted Labour now. They're ruining things. What would you have done, Trev? I went, honestly, I would have loved, I says, I don't think any particular party would have fixed our country. For instance, Reform wouldn't have fixed it straight away, Conservative or Labour. I honestly believe the way forward in politics in the UK is a coalition government. So I reckon if the Tories had got back in, they would have needed Reform in there, coalition, to kick each other up the ass. But what I would have liked to have seen is Labour in there with Reform, and they would have worked for the country, trying to see what we... So I think a coalition government is the way forward in the UK. I really do. Because once you give a party too much power, it goes to their head and they start to line their own pockets and do things which they want for their party rather than for what the people want. That's just my opinion. There we go. And if you didn't know, Jermaine Jenas, who used to play for Newcastle, great footballer, went on to become a TV pundit, has been sacked. What happened was, it's alleged that he sent inappropriate text to another presenter, a junior BBC sort of female. And the BBC did an investigation for several weeks into text that he had sent, and they sacked him. And he says, right, okay, I'm going to bring in my lawyers and I'll let them deal with it. But as far as he's concerned, he's disgusted, because they didn't do it to him when he was there. They waited till he went away on holiday with his wife and kids, and then they sacked him there, which is how the BBC behaves, isn't it really? And it's another reason why I don't pay for BBC license, because I do not want to give my money to a regime which is propaganda and a nasty BBC. And it hides people. Now, for many, many years, we've all agreed that the BBC has in its ranks many, many people which carry out indecent type of behaviour. I'll use those words. And it's hid them. Well, recently, BBC has been rocked with scandals in Strictly Come Dancing, the programme. It's recently been rocked by the scandal with Hugh Edwards. And they are reeling because people are giving up the TV licenses, people are going away, and they're reeling. So it's my opinion, and it's also the same opinion of Jermaine Jenas. He has been used as a scapegoat. They have decided to sacrifice him to show the public that they're strong, but they've done it wrong. This was a text message. This was not grooming children. This was not abuse on a dance floor. Yep, it wasn't. So they've thrown him out and sacked him to prove to the public that they are strict, and they've done the wrong thing. I hope Jermaine Jenas sues the BBC for millions. I do not believe he should have been sacked. I believe he should have had a warning or a telling off. Don't text like that. But it's a far cry from the BBC giving a pay rise to Hugh Edwards of £40,000 and hiding him amongst their ranks for years to sending a text message. Can you see this, the level of stupidity? Well, there we go. Well, listen, people, I'm going to shoot on. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks for supporting my channel. If you are of the younger generation, I'm going to say 35 down, go across to my Instagram. Go across to that and support me that way. Yeah, and why not? It's 99p over there. Excuse me. Anyway, listen, I'm going to shoot on. Have a fantastic day. Look forward to a few podcasts coming out, which I've done behind the scenes with different podcasts. I don't want to name them yet, because you know why? If I name them now, they're going to be inundated with hate by the idiots. So I'll wait till they come out and I'll put the link straight up and you'll be able to see it. Yeah, it's all looking good. I spoke. That's enough for today. Don't give away your secrets, Trev. Thanks for your support. And if you have got one of my books and you have read it, leave a review on Amazon. I appreciate them all. Take care.